Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Is the mic close enough? I hope it is. It is Saturday, May 17th, and we had a good day of sumo today. We're going to go over the winners and losers from day seven, talk about who's going to fight tomorrow, Nakabe day eight, the middle Sunday, who might be getting their Kachikushi on the very first day, and looking ahead to the live Sumo Summary Show tomorrow night. I'll be doing it at 11:30 p.m. Japan time, Sunday the 18th, here on YouTube. So come along. I'm usually on for a half an hour, 45 minutes, taking questions, talking with people in the chat room, and going over the same information, looking at day eight and looking ahead to week two. So if you're interested in that and you have, the time sync up with where you are in the world, please do come by and join in the fun. Okay, so let's just jump right in. Now I noticed on the homepage here, they've added this in English. Tickets are sold out all dates. There will be no tickets sold on the day. I'm just guessing they're having a lot of tourists, foreigners rock up to the Kokugikan and hope that they can get tickets that might be released that day for that day's action. And it's just if you don't already have the ticket, yeah, you're not getting one. Basically, is what they're saying. And they don't love ticket reselling. But I think there are places in Japan that you can, like a StubHub type of place where you can, buy secondhand tickets. I don't know. I haven't ever used them because I always use Jeff, but and buy sumotickets.com. But yeah, that's an option. But yeah, and a lot of people are worried about Nagoya. They're coming in July and tickets go on sale. Oh, they went on sale today. Oh, wow. Okay, so tickets went on sale today. So did you get tickets? Are you trying to go in July? I'm not, after all, but they did show footage, and I talked about it in one of the Patreon videos of the new arena and the little cup holders, the armrest with the cup holder, and it goes up like in a movie theater. So I'm excited by that I could go and get two seats, so I'm not taking up anyone's space because I'm trying to be considerate of other people. And yeah, so it looks like I'll try to go next year maybe. Okay, off we go. I don't think anybody pulled out. Let's check absence. Always good to check it. I know Koto Shoho came back. We knew about that. So, yep, that's it. Oh, Kawazoe from Isagahama is absent. So, hmm, okay. But in the top two divisions, nobody's pulling out. And in fact, Koto Shoho coming back means that there's no Jurio man going up to the Makuuchi division to fight. So they've maintained. There was a time during COVID, I think I've told this story before, where so many guys, if you tested positive or you even thought maybe you had it, you had to pull out. Your whole stable maybe had to sit out a day or two. And they went from 21 matches in the top division. I think we were down to 16 because like nine guys had pulled out of the tournament or something, some record number. And on my what do I call it? The archive channel, all that footage still exists. Um, I can show it to you real quick here. Archive. This is the archive.org. The link for this is always down in the description. And some nice people went and just pulled like hundreds of matches off my YouTube channel right before it got deleted forever. The old channel, the original channel. And it's not loading at all. So I guess I'll go back there in a minute. Okay, we'll go back here. So let's jump into day seven action for Saturday. And we'll start down in Jurio. I didn't have any Jurio footage on the channel today, but I'm not leaving the house tomorrow. I'm staying home. I got lots of chores to do. And it's actually warm enough now, palpably warm enough in my apartment that I kind of want to turn on the air conditioning, but I'm resisting because I need to. There's like screens that kind of, get all the fluff and dust. I need to clean them because, I haven't used them in a couple months since I was using them for heating. And I didn't have time today to do it, so I'm going to do that tomorrow so I can use my aircon if I need to. Things like that. And I'm just going to stay home tomorrow. So I will be here. If I need to do Jurio matches, I will try to put up some fun matches. We'll look at who's fighting who on day 8. Maybe I'll point a few out. Let's see. So Tohakuru's having a great tournament, 6-1 now. He beat Mita, who was also at one loss going into that match, but he's now 5-2. Oshomi doing well at 5-2. Tomokaze at 5-2. Waka Ikari at 5-2. Hidena Umi at 5-2. And of course, Kusano doing very well. Kusano. I went over this the other day. I need to ask my students. Help me pronounce this, kids, and they'll tell me. All right. Jurio one man 6-1. So him and Tohaku maybe are the only two guys left. Oh, Nabatame lost. Okay, right here. I thought there was one other guy. So we'll look at the leaderboard in a minute, but that was what happened down in Jurio. Mitakeyumi, the former Ozeki at 3-4, he's got to get to 8, so hopefully he gets some more wins. Alrighty, up to the top division we go. And I had about 9 videos. We can just go over and look at it right now. Let's see, did this ever load? Yes, okay. So this is the archive, and basically, um, if you go right here, this is 2009 when I was still living in a totally different place, and I'd started to post videos, and then I would take some time off because I went back to America, and then the channel, the Sumo channel itself, wow, I had a lot in 2009. I didn't know I had so many. This is Asashoru versus Baruto, Hanuma Fuji versus Homasho, Asashoru versus Kakeru. Hakuho versus Kakeru, just so many great names. Playoff Hakuho Haramafuji, May 24th, 2009. That is a memorable match. I remember that one. That's go watch that if you've never seen that match. Wow, so a fair amount in 2009. Okay, then we get to 2010, and this is November. So by November of 2010, I had moved back to Japan. I went home for a year from July 2009 to July 2010 after I finished on the JET program, and I was teaching in rural Shimane-ken, and I came back to work at a university that was also in rural Shimane-ken, and that's kind of when I was like, I don't really need to make videos about how to be a jet anymore or life in Japan. I've kind of done that. I think I'm just going to do a sumo channel because that's my favorite thing. And it'll just all be about sumo. And that's when I started the All Sumo channel. And it quietly grew until the Tochinoshin times when it really took off. But here are just years and years of matches. And now we're in 2011. And if we go down to the bottom, so here's 427th match, 428th match, 453rd match. 480th match. Okay, now look, if you go down to the bottom, 5,549 matches. So, and it's free. So just go over there, have a look. Just tons and tons of stuff. Uh, Not organized in any particularly good way, perhaps, but just tons of stuff to look at. So that link is down in the description, archive.org, Jason's All Sumo Channel archive. Okay. So back to the topic at hand, day 7. Kaio started with a win at Maegashira 16 over Maegashira 18 Tochi Taikai. Both men now at 3-4. Shunana Umi went to 2-5 by beating Tamashoho. Both men now 2-5. Roga and Ryuden fought for about 3 minutes. Yeah, it was epic. I was just coming into the room to get ready for the Nishikigi match, which I taped to put on the channel because he was at 5-1, and I wanted to showcase the leaders today. And the Ryuden Roga match was just about to start. I'm like, okay, I'll watch this while I set up my iPad. And man, it was an epic one. But Roga persevered and got the win to go to 5-2. And then Nishikigi lost his one-loss status. He's now 5-2. He lost to Sadanaumi. Asakoru also 5-1. That's on the channel. Lost to Toki Hayate, who's now 3-4. Tommy Fuji went to 5-2 by getting a win over Koto Shoho, who obviously came back from injury. Meisei beat Shodai. Takanosho beat Midori Fuji, who's now 0-7. So any other loss, the rest of the tournament is a Makekoshi record for him. Aonishiki improved to 6-1 by beating Endo, who's now 4-3. Shishi, not much better than Midori Fuji, at 1-6. Kim Bozan was the winner of that match. He's now 5-2. Oshoma beat Chirana Umi. Chiyoshoma got his second win of the tournament by beating Onokatsu. Ura also got just his second win of the tournament in a match against Tobizaru, and crowd loved it. So he's now 2-5. Then we had Hakuoho, the first man undefeated to fight on day 7, and he beat Ichi Yamamoto to stay unbeaten at 7-0. He'll go for Kachikoshi tomorrow. Wakamoto Haru, the M1, took on Tamawashi, the veteran, and Wakamoto Haru was the winner. He's now 2-5, so is Tamawashi. Takayasu got just his second win of the tournament at Komusubi by beating Oho, who you have to go watch the video or watch footage. I wish I could show it here on the Sumo Summary Show, but something happened to this finger on his hand. His Yeah, I think it's his right hand. And when he was walking out, like he winced in pain, and I'm like, oh man, did he hurt himself? What happened? And you can see it's just all bent like crazy, and he's kind of holding his hand like this as he walks. And I don't know if that will make him have to pull out of the tournament tomorrow, but Raja Pradhan was doing the play-by-play, and he didn't really pick up on it. But I definitely feel it's an injury. Maybe they'll just splint it like this and give him penguin hand, tomorrow. But anyway, yeah, it was. If you can find that footage, if you're not on my Patreon, if you're on my Patreon, you can go watch the match, and I point it out, and it's ugh. Yeah, it's nasty looking. Like it looks like it's really broken or something. Okay. But he lost, so he's now 3-4. Takayasu 2-5. Then we get Sekewake Kirishima beating Abi, so he's now 5-2. Kirishima having a good tournament. Wakatake Kage 6-1, powerhouse, and big matchup here against Daisho. He gets the win over the Sekewake, so now Daisho, he's already got two. He'd have to win every single match between now and day 15 to get 13-2 to get promoted. And if he did that, that would be amazing, and he would totally deserve it because that would mean he'd beat Onosato and he'd beat, Hoshoru. I don't see him doing that. But what stable is he in? Who does he not fight? He doesn't fight Tobizaru and he doesn't fight Endo. You don't fight your stablemates, right? But everybody ranked above him, both Ozeki, the Yokozuna, he's got to fight all of those guys in the second week. So it would be amazing if he could pull it off and he could go unbeaten for the rest of the tournament and finish at 13-2. But yeah, that's a tall order at this point. Okay, Koto Zakura versus Gonoyama. Gonoyama, man, has just been laying it all out on the line, trying to get a win. He finally did here on day 7. Now 1-6. He beat Koto Zakura. The Ozeki is now 4-3. Onosato, no problem at all with Takeda Fuji. Hitaki Komi slapped down. Not a difficult match for the Ozeki. So he maintains his 7-0 record, and Takeda Fuji is now at 3-4. And Hoshoru wins fairly easily in the final match of the day against Hirada Umi, the Maegashira 3. So he is now 5-2. All right. Let's look at the leaderboard. Quick sip of some tea there. And then we'll jump into what's happening on day 8. So the tournament leaders, 2 undefeated men in Makuuchi, Onosato and Hakuoho. Then we've got 2 guys only at 6-1. Ao Nishiki, who I feel like I didn't mention, but he won today, and Wakatake Kage. So yeah, it's really these 4, and then a ton of guys at 5-2, probably 10 Rikshi at 5-2. But these are the top 4 right now, and who's gonna beat Onosato? I think starts to be the question, right? Who's gonna take one from him? Jurio, as we said, 2 guys at 6-1. And then one, two, three, four, five, six guys at 5-2. So still very much anybody's game down there in Jurio. but Kusuno looks very good. And then you get down into the lower divisions. All right. If we're over in the standings, you might need to sit down. Are you sitting down? Are you watching this on your phone? Are you commuting? Are you listening to it as a podcast? Because you might need to sit. Look at who is at the top of the second place group. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, is me, um, along with 41 other people that have a very similar team to me, probably. But yeah, 42 people are tied for second place right now. I am one of them with 33 points, but I'm very happy with my choices. Onosato, Kirishima, Takerufuji, Hakuoho, Aonishiki, and Roga. And then six people above me with 34 points. Rooster, Soldier, Annie, Kyle, Maine, and Mako. So, yeah. And Norseman, who was so dominant those first few days, has dropped. I was looking for him. He's dropped down here into fourth place. Let's see if I can find him again real quick here. I forget who he had on his team, but am I going to find him? La 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 la. Oh, there he is. So I think Oho's probably hurting him a bit with only three wins. Everybody else he's got is pretty solid. Endo maybe is a bad choice here because like I have Aonishiki with six and he has Endo with four because Endo started really strong, right? So yeah, but just yeah, huge. 42 people tied for second, 42 people tied for third, and 81 people tied for fourth. And if we go down, we were having a kind of a humorous look at somebody trying to get last place. Let's see if his team, I say his, it could be a woman. Yes, look at that. He has he is doing what he needs to do. So Koto Shoho, to his bemusement, I'm assuming, has come back and actually gotten a win, which doesn't help him. He's got Shodai, Chiyoshima, Abi. I don't know. Abi's kind of a risky pick there, because he does have three. He could have picked Gonoyama, I guess. Takayasu and Koto Sakura, and he's only got 14, and he is in dead last. So we'll keep an eye on it. Let's see if he ends up in actual last place. Grimbeard, what happened to you, buddy? Grimbeard's one. I feel like I've sent him a prize before. So, not that he picked a terrible team, but took a chance a little bit on Kaio. But he's got three. Midori Fuji, man, is killing people with zero wins so far. Yeah, you just never know. Sometimes you'll pick a team and it just doesn't pay off for you. Okay, so over on the Patreon page, I did start this uh, collection called bonus videos because I realized I don't really have any place for like every now and then they put up little historical lookbacks and stuff on the NHK and I can kind of pull it out and put it up as kind of a curiosity. So they had this fun look today at the 1973 May Basho, which is at a time when an Ozeki named Wajima was trying to get promoted a la Onosato to Yokozuna, and he ended up going Zensho Yusho, 15 and 0 record, and got promoted and became a very good Yokozuna, actually. I think he ended up with 14 top division championships, and yeah, is now considered a Dai Yokozuna, a great Yokozuna. But just a totally different body type back then. I was what 4 years old in 1973, so not like I was watching this or anything. Just from what I saw, it's only about a 7-minute video, and totally different style of Tachi and but just strong guy, really good skills, and he fought like three Yokozuna too to get that Zensho Yusho. So it was a great time in sumo at that time, and fun look back. So why did they pick that to show? Because Wajima came in to the uh, pro sumo through there's a word for it and I should know it and I'm blanking on what it is. Let me see if I can find it in the little app I have. But there's a system where if you're a collegiate sumo wrestler and you do well in amateur, what they call amateur sumo, you can join the instead of starting at the bottom, Jonokuchi, and working your way up from the sixth tier division, which is what most guys have to do, you can come in Makushita, the third tier division. And I think we were talking, I think on one of the NHK World shows that they're gonna do away with that system, or they already have, in 2025. But that used to be how people could enter sumo if you were really like if you were a college yokozuna, okay? And do you guys care really what it's called in Japanese? Let me just see really quick if I can find it. So I have this app called Sumo Techniques. Oh no. Oh, I used to have something called Sumo Glossary. All right, well, I don't have it anymore. I do still have a Sumo Techniques thing, but that's different. Okay, so anyway, so he used that. So he entered at they used to put you down at the bottom of Makushita, I think Makushita 60, and then they changed it like you were Makushita 20 or so, I don't know. But anyway, so he came in the third tier division. It only took him 22 tournaments from entering pro sumo to becoming a yokozuna, the fastest ever in sumo history. There's some guys that got close, like Asashoru only took like 25, and some of these guys did it in really small amount. Without the college thing, like mm, Hakuho didn't go, he didn't go through the college system, so he entered at the bottom, and he only took like 30 something tournaments to become a yokozuna. But still, 22 was just incredibly fast. And Onosato, if he does it, he did the same thing. He was a college yokozuna, didn't start wrestling pro until he was like 22, and he came in. If we go now, here, I'll share again. Uh, if we go back to here and we pull up Onosato, and we go, debut was May 2023, so it shouldn't take us that long to see. And they started him at Makushita 10. So that's a huge advantage, right? And so he two tournaments he's up in Jurio, two tournaments he's up in Maegashira, and then he becomes an Ozeki very quickly, and now he might become Yokozuna in like 13 tournaments, I think, total, and it will just shatter this Wajima record. And so that's kind of what one of the things that's on the line for Onosato is the absolute fastest ever from making your debut to becoming a Yokozuna, which is pretty incredible. Okay, so I put that bonus video up. Fun to watch. It's available right now for the top two tiers on Patreon. If you're just a regular Komusubi tier, it'll pop up in your feed on I think Monday or Tuesday. Just, I got to find some way to kind of say thank you to those people that are paying a little bit extra each month. So that's maybe one way I can do it, a little early access. I hope you guys don't mind that are in the regular tier. You'll get to see it. Uh, okay. I was in collections. So go back to collections. And oh, no, that's if I want to edit collections. I don't want to edit them. Oh, I see. Maybe I just have to click on here. Nope. Okay, it's not going to work for me. What is it not doing? Collections. Okay. There we go. So today, 9 videos, some of them having more than one match. Uh, yep. So there is the Takayasu Oho if you want to see the bent finger. Um, and I love that screenshot for our Nishiki match. And I put up highlights this morning when I woke up for day 6 because I took the day off. So a lot of footage over on Patreon today if you're a Patreon member. I hope you enjoyed. Okay, getting back to what's happening tomorrow, day 8. And we'll start down in Jurio. So let's see what some of the matches I might put up for you guys. Yeah, I'll probably do a double header here and show you Mudaho, who's a brand new guy, and Mita. They're both doing well and they're both making their debut. So these two matches will go up, and then that's probably it. And then the Kusano match against Waka Ikaria 5-2 against 6-1. So a little taste of Jurio from day 8, just to see how some of the people are doing, see some of the new guys. Alrighty. Who's the other person that's 6-1? Oh, Tohakuru. Okay. I should put his match up too, because he's on the leaderboard. So I'll put up his match against Miya no Kaze, who I've never seen wrestle. So there you go. I'll see something I've never seen. Okay, and Makuuchi tomorrow. Let's have a look. Tamashoho against Nishikigi. Roga versus Tochi Taikai. Toki Hayate versus Kaio. Both men are 3-4. 5-2 versus 5-2 battle. That's fun. Asakoru versus Sadanoumi. Tommy Fuji taking on Shonana Umi. Endo versus Ryuden. Both men 4-3. Basically 1-6 Koto Shoho against 1-6 Shishi. Takanosho Shodai. Haku Oho, and is this the first half? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Yes, it's the ninth match, so it's in the first half. Haku Oho, 7-0, taking on Meisei, the Maegashira 10, who's 4-3. So that'll definitely go on the channel. Let's see. Ao Nishiki versus Tobizaru, I'll put up. And then we're probably going to jump to. Yeah. Yeah, we'll probably just jump up to Sanyaku after that. Takayasu Abi, Wakuta Kage Oho, we'll see, make sure he's okay. Daisho versus Kirishima, 5-2 versus 5-2. So big match for both those guys. Onosato trying to stay unbeaten. Think he can do it against Hirada Umi, but you never know. Koto Zakura versus Tamawashi. That head-to-head should be pretty extensive. And Hoshoru versus Takeda Fuji in the final match of the day. I like that matchup as well. So some fun matches on day 8, and I'll post those, and then I'll eat dinner and take a break, and then at 11:30 p.m. I'll post the link here on Patreon, on YouTube in the community tab. If you're interested in coming by and watching the live show live with me, and if not, it becomes a video, and you can watch it as its own video um, uh, anytime you want. Okay, so that's day 8. And looking ahead to the rest of the week, I don't really see anything. I might stay home for a few hours on Wednesday morning, the 21st, and go into work a little bit later, and so I can put up highlights for day 10. So you got highlights for day 6, your highlights for day 10. I plan on doing highlights for day 13. So that's kind of a nice way you can kind of get caught up with everybody through the highlights. But yeah, should be a regular work week, and hopefully I can come home and put up fairly solid coverage for you over on Patreon all week and leading into the final weekend. And oh, I know what I wanted to show you. The last thing before we go. Make sure I got everything here. I did. I got my mail, and look, the new sumo cards. So it's an 81 card set. Um, and there's some really fun subsets. I haven't opened many yet. So one box like this will be a prize for the winner of this tournament, the contest. And then I open 2 boxes myself. Uh, so I just open one pack just to kind of see what they look like. I like them. Um, so they have sparkly ones. Is this a sparkly one? Yes. I don't know. There you go. You can kind of see the sparklies. And they have some fun subsets. Uh, they have a thing about Terunofuji retiring, and then they have this thing called Smile, which I don't think this is a great smile for Ura because he is a smiley guy. But there you go. And so yeah, I look forward to. I'll do an unboxing on camera probably after the Basho ends in late May or early June, and I'll save a box to open on camera, and we'll see if we get any special cards. There's autograph cards, there's treasure cards, which end up being worth more, even though they're not autographed, because they only make 25 of them. And I don't know who the autographs are, but it'll be up on my Facebook group where the card collector group that I'm a part of, they'll put up the list. And if Onosato's in that list, that might be the last time he signs a card if he becomes Yokozuna. And yeah, this is what the treasure cards look like. Here's some of the sign cards. You can't really see it, but and that's the treasure cards right there. There's a treasure card of Hoshoryu. That will be huge and be very expensive if you get lucky enough to pull one of those. And so yeah, so that's fun. So that's probably something I'll do tomorrow. Take a break from my chores, open my first box, and I'll open the other box on camera later on, and I'll see kind of where I'm at and if I get anything special, I'll let you know. Okay, that'll do it for me for Saturday night. Hope you're having a good weekend so far, and I will see you tomorrow for day 8 live. So come on by if you can. Okay, take care. Peace.